All right, good morning, traders. Today is May 31st, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 524.20. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY starts a downtrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing below a bearish cross below the 17 EMA. SPY ends the day with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. QQQ still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish cross but over the 17 EMA. IWM and Diamond Dow both in downtrends. Diamond Dow made a lower high and a lower low, closing below the bearish trap below the 17 EMA. Pull back the trend there. IWM made a higher high and a higher low, closed inside the bearish trap below the 17 EMA. GLD, still in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing below a bearish trap below the 17 EMA. SLV still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing below a bearish cross under the 17 EMA. UNG still in the uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing beneath a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend, pulled back to close around or near 104.75 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, here's a chart of SPY. It's a daily chart of the SPY. All right, so here's yesterday's price action. It's this red candle right here. We got a lower high and a lower low. We closed below a bearish trap. That would be the yellow line underneath the white line. All right, so we closed underneath the bearish trap. And we also closed underneath, see these dots, that's the 17 EMA. We closed underneath the 17 EMA there. So there is SPY on the daily chart. On the 2-hour trend, you can see on the 2-hour trend, the yellow line is beneath the white line. We have a 2-hour downtrend that we left off with yesterday. And on the 10-minute chart, we left off with a 10-minute downtrend, 2-hour downtrend, and a 10-minute downtrend. All right, and daily downtrend. All right, so SPY on daily. All right. Reason we got lower low, we got a lower high here and a lower low. Here's the low. So we got a lower low, so that puts us in a downtrend. So daily in a downtrend, 2-hour in a downtrend, 10-minute in a downtrend. All right, for today's marching orders, we're going to go look for the pivot here. Let's edit this. Pivot's 524.20. Okay, you're looking for red erases green on my 10-minute chart. All right, red erases green on the 10-minute chart as an entry. All right, as soon as I see red erase green, that's an entry for me on the 10-minute chart. Target's going to be 520 today if they decide to go for it. Today is options expiration Friday, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's go back to QQQ. QQQ on the daily chart. Here we are with QQQ, lower high, lower low, closing under the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All right, FNGU. All right, got a higher high and a lower low, closing below the bullish trap, closing under the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. So there's FNGU. IWM. IWM got a lower high and a lower low, closing let's go do these again because I was on the 2-day. All right. All right. FNGU. FNGU lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish cross, below the 17 EMA. There's FNGU almost in a downtrend there, really breaking this low. Got a high here, not quite a lower high, but equal high, but almost in a downtrend there on FNGU. All right, let's take a look at IWM. IWM, yesterday's candle, higher low, higher high, closing under a bearish trap. Under a bearish trap and under the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow, yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA also. All right, so let's take a look at USO. Here's some energy. Yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, closing below bearish cross under the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend, okay? Got a higher low and a higher high. Kind of a flaky uptrend, but it is an uptrend. All right, so USO in an uptrend, closing below bearish cross and below the 17 EMA. All right, so let's go back to Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow in a downtrend, breaking this low, but I mean, coming back to trend line right here. Got a pre-market bounce right here. Didn't really make a lower low from here, but we sure made him lower low from this one right here. So it's kind of like in a downtrend. We also have we got a low here, so we got a downtrend on Diamond Dow. IWM, all right, makes a lower high and a lower low, so that's downtrend there. All right, SPY, all right, makes a low here. All right, makes a lower high and now a lower low, so we got downtrend on SPY. All right, FNGU. FNGU kind of technically put in like a lower high here and a lower low. More in line of a bull flag, but that is a downtrend with a lower high and a lower low right there. So we'll see what happens with that. There's a low right there. And this would be a lower low. All right, so that's FNGU. All right, let's take a look at UNG. UNG putting in a lower high and a lower low, putting in a daily candle under the bearish trap, also under the 17 EMA. Silver and gold. Silver puts in a lower high, lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend. GLD. GLD is still... That's tough to say. That right there is a low. As we move up, pull back, there's a low. It's kind of not under the 8 EMA. All right, so this is a continuation of this move. So gold still in an uptrend, kind of a flaky uptrend. Yesterday's price action, low or high. I think in the pre-market it was down here. Gold, yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, closing. Under the bearish trap, under the 17 EMA. So there's gold. I think I just did silver. Yeah, silver, lower high, lower low. All right, let's go take a look at the technicals. All right, here's the technicals right here. So here's price action. Bulls threw us out of the oversold zone. We wound up going straight through the sell zone into the seller's chop zone, making higher lows right here and higher highs. We wound up kind of consolidating right up here at the midpoint before we enter into the buyer's chop zone. All right, T2123. Yesterday's price action, red, green, some more red, some more green. All in all, just flat right here. Like to see this rubber band back up to the 200 SMA. On the 3-bar chart, put in 3 more red candles right there. All right, still see some space between price action and the 17 EMA. Not a good sign. This is a bull flag, not the kind I like. I like them when they all stay together, but I don't like this this drop right here. So we'll see what happens here with this drop. Maybe they want to pull back to this 200 and then get some juice and J-hook off of there, back up to the prior all-time highs. We'll see what happens with that. All right, in the pre-market, we do have some signs of a little bit of bullishness, but we'll see how long it lasts. Okay, here's FNGU, yesterday's price action. From the beginning of the day to the end of the day, it was red. All right, so they fell. See, here's VWAP is this gold line. Well, they were under VWAP the whole day. All right, so FNGU, sharp sell-off. Again, FNGU falling through the 200 SMA. Hopefully, price action can sling us back up with some rubber band action, back up through this 200 SMA, back up over this. It was doing so nice up over this 200 SMA up here. I'd like to see it sling back up here, test those highs again. So there's FNGU. All right, so let's go take a look at the economic calendar. And on the economic calendar, what do we got today? We got personal incomes and outlays at 8:30. We got Chicago PMI, 9:45. We got a rig count, some farm prices, and a Fed speaker. None of it, Mr. Powell's not speaking, so looks like a light day for the market as far as economic news coming out. For Max Payne for today, here we are cranking it up. All right, we got 2.5 puts to every call. Could see a put squeeze. All right, Max Payne is 520. We'll see if they make it. All right, and on the earnings calendar, not much going on today. Coca-Cola Euro Pacific. That is $32 billion right there. They're going to report, not sure when they find their P&L, all right? And a lot of notable, there's nothing really notable, but some familiar names. Nothing that's going to move the market. They're all notable, all right? So nothing that's going to move the markets, but by themselves. All right, collectively, yes, they can move the markets, but by themselves, nothing there but some familiar names. All right, so there's that on earnings. Excuse me, earnings calendar. All right, for Monday, what do we got for Monday? We got $8 billion again. Some more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets for Monday. Tuesday. Some more familiar names, CrowdStrike, Ferguson, but nothing that's really going to really rock and roll the markets. Wednesday, Lulu, again, nothing that's going to rock and roll the markets, but some familiar names, Dollar Tree, Lululemon, Brown-Forman, all right? So nothing really happening there. All right, so that's it. And U.S. dollar, here's the dollar. This is this red candle here. We closed. Nice pullback today. So the dollar pulled back and the market pulled back. 104.75 area. And got a little bit more follow through coming in on that this morning. So we'll see what happens. So I'll take questions in the room. All right. If there's no questions, I'll render my video. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everybody out there in YouTube land, out in digital land. Thanks for being here. I look forward to seeing y'all every day. Again, marching orders. Red takes out green. That's my entry on my 10-minute chart. All right, below the pivot. Pivot is 524.20. All right, until then, all right, I'll see you guys in about an hour. All right, 9:15, we'll get this market open. Good morning, Lenny. I didn't see you there. Thank you. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning, Stefan. I should be right there on the chart, right here.